Welcome to Endangered Species from Outer Space. Today we look at a rather exotic race called humans. Thanks to their intelligence and their urge to live a safe and comfy life, the humans have become the most successful and dominant species on their planet. However, they also cause a few problems. For example, their way of living is draining nature's resources, and although they know that they depend on it, they increasingly consume and pollute their one and only home. For many years, we were unable to understand how they could continue this destructive behavior without remorse. But having observed them over a long period of time, our scientists finally understand the ingenious system they have invented. First, they delegate all their responsibility to a subspecies which they call the politician. The job of the politician is to continue unsustainable development which sooner or later has to be paid for by the poorest, their own children, and even their grandchildren. For this task, politicians need as many arguments for the destructive lifestyle as possible. They wouldn't be able to deliver these without the help of a further subspecies called the lobbyist. The lobbyist provides biased information about the stock market, employment rate, energy prices, and of course, upcoming elections. He helps the politician to ignore social and environmental considerations and assists him to justify his decisions towards maximizing short-term profits. Apart from continuing unsustainable development, politicians seem to have another really important job: continuing unsustainable development on a global scale. During periodic meetings like these, politicians appear to understand what is at stake and make far-sighted promises. But it has long been a tradition to forget them right away when they return home. For illustration, we will switch live to one of their meetings. Here we clearly see how the But what's happening here? It seems like this year's meeting is introducing something new to their governments. They call this an ombudsperson. She doesn't belong to a political party. And she is actually promoting long-term information, like increasing costs of delaying change. And she takes the right of children and future generations into consideration. What a revolutionary concept for a human. What is happening here? She engages with all citizen concerns equally, which gets many people interested in political decisions. They seem to actually take responsibility for their future now. But here, the best part, this is a real innovation. She has the duty to take legal action if the long-term goals are ignored, making promises reliable. Maybe they will finally change course. Stay tuned.